of 2007 graduation. Welcome, Mr. Raris, Superintendent Eastland, Principal Richards, honored guests, friends, family, and community of the Indian School for the Deaf. It's a great honor for me to give the class of 2007 valedictorian speech. When I walked on the stage today, I noticed that you were waving your hands. And do you know how that started? I'd like to tell you now. Back in Roman times, when there were man versus animal fights, the emperor wanted to express his satisfaction with the great fight, and so he snapped his fingers. The crowd followed him. A couple of empires later, the empire wanted to show something new, wanted to do something new, and came up with hand clapping, and the crowd followed, and it became a tradition. In 1877, a hearing man named Dr. Vincent was watching Mr. Green, a deaf man, give a speech. He had an interpreter. Dr. Vincent realized that if people clapped, the deaf man couldn't hear the applause. So he took out a handkerchief and waved it in the air. Everyone followed, and that became known as the Chicago salute. It was often used for banquets, weddings, etc. In the 1940s, the Department of Health decided to ban it because waving a handkerchief spread germs. So people went back to clapping. In 1985, Gerald Burstein, also known as Bummy, who was the former president of the Gallaudet University Alumni Association, along with Gil Eastman, who is now deceased, went to Lyons, France, to celebrate Laurent Claire's birthday. He gave a speech there, and Gil interpreted from ASL to sign language, French sign language. When the speech was over, the deaf French people waved their hands. That was inspiring to Bummy, and he liked the visibility of it. Later on, when he was invited to give a speech at the youth leadership camp, he brought the idea of hand waving to America. People went back to their respective schools, and soon everybody was waving their hands. Thanks for waving your hands with me now. So my point of this is tradition binds us together. Someone once said, tradition is what you resort to when you don't have the time or money to do it right. However, I disagree. I believe traditions form a common bond amongst people. This graduation ceremony is a great example of that. Even though graduation is common, the unique way we do this here is our tradition. The alumni of ISD who have gone before us now have a new bond with this class, as will the classes that come after us. Imagine footsteps in the snow. When someone has walked through the snow, often you try to keep your shoes dry and step in their footsteps. That's symbolic of traditions. When we leave ISD, we're following in tradition's footsteps. My sister Amanda, who graduated last year, has led the trail of footsteps to Gallaudet. And as I look back, I see some of the footsteps will be altered, some of the footsteps will be untouched, and some new footsteps will be made. And in the distance, I hope to see my little sister, Wanda, stepping in my footsteps. The teachers who have taught us, the parents who have raised us, the grandparents who raised them, they have all left footsteps that we will now follow. Did you see the pictures up on the screen as we walked in? That's not only our history, but some of your history too. The parents who raised us as babies, teachers, counselors, staff, supervisors, the community who shaped us. Thank all of you for making us who we are. The high school picture is not the last picture in the book. Soon we'll have more pictures, college pictures, job pictures, maybe even wedding and family pictures. We are continuing the circle of life. When we leave here to go to college, get a job, get married, have families, someday we will come back to ISD and enroll our children here. ISD has been here since 1843, and it will still be here years later when our own children are standing on the stage and graduating. As we graduate today, we're taking our last footsteps out of the beloved Indiana School for the Deaf. We've been taking steps towards that gate since we came here to ISD, and now we're at the gate. Today, it's one small step for each graduate, and one giant leap for the class of 2007. Again, thank you all for being here with us today on our very special day. Thank you.